So, I want to take the time to talk about something a little bit more on the advanced side, but it's an account called the opening balance equity account. So, when you link a bank to your QBO account, if you recall, you had to select a date when you wanted QBO to start bringing over those transactions. For some banks, they will let you download all of the transactions from the beginning of the year, but some banks will only make the last 90 days available to you. So, while you will go through, you will request that it starts at the first day of the year. It will download and say it's completed its download. You'll get hundreds of transactions. Unfortunately, it doesn't always go back to the very beginning of the year. So when you meet with your tax advisor, they will say, hey, you're missing a lot of stuff. So to prevent that and to kind of catch that on the front end, I suggest you take a look at that opening balance equity account and then also the dates of anything that came over on your bank feed so that if one of the bank accounts didn't start on the first day of the year, you could identify it and flag that to your tax advisor and reach out to them for additional assistance. So, the first thing that you want to do, it's normally easier if you go into your bank account. You can confirm that your bank is linked by clicking the pencil button, edit account information, and it's saying it's connected to. So it's already saying that it is connected. So I'm going to end that. Then I want to look at the dates. So these are all the dates of uncategorized items. Sometimes, like in this case, it starts on the first day of the year. But suppose you've already categorized a few items. In that case, you can double check the date that appears here and then also go into this categorized section and confirm that the date starts on the first day of the year. If it doesn't, you want to double check to see if QuickBooks created the opening balance equity adjustment. So in some cases, you just opened your business bank account in maybe May. So it would be correct that you wouldn't have any transactions in from January to April because the bank account didn't exist then. However, if the bank account did exist and QuickBooks had difficulty bringing in the transactions from that time section, it would have created an entry that we call opening balance equity. So in order to get that, we can go to our business overview section, select reports, and we are going to take a look at our balance sheet. So the balance sheet holds our equity section. And here we can see this opening balance equity adjustment. So what QBO does is it says, I can't see all of the transactions from January to April. So whatever the balance in the bank account was on May 1st, I'm just going to add that in. So if you tried to reconcile or do anything else, all of the numbers at the end of the year would match because it's just taking whatever the balance was at the last date that it was able to bring in the transactions. So in most cases, and for the easy version, you need to just go in and I'm going to select all dates so that I can see this. And I'm going to just delete this transaction. QuickBooks automatically reconciles it, does all kinds of fun stuff. So normally, especially in the short, easy version of what you should do, go in, delete this, and then go back and determine the day that QuickBooks was not able to upload transactions from. So if that was, let's say, I can kind of move these all over. So let's say the bank account started on April 1st. But I know that the bank account actually started on January 1st. I would need to go into my banking institution, download an Excel file of all the transactions from January to April, and then I can import those and categorize them. While it is unfortunate, if you've had your bank account for many, many years, you might be off a little bit on your bank balance. It's all okay because your tax advisor can assist you with that. The main point is that for every transaction that happened in the current year, you have actually accounted for it. And any differences in the bank balance would be something to flag to your tax advisor, and they can help you either at any point throughout the year or when you meet them to start your tax planning. So, again, this is a very complex scenario that I am only diving into a portion of it. I just want to make sure that you are aware if you see opening balance equity on your balance sheet, you probably are missing some of your income and expenses. And that's definitely something that you want to double check and just confirm that your bank activity starts on the correct day.